The Alpha King of the Frostel pack had been cursed by a dark witch. By pure accident, I became the cure for the violent frenzy consuming him. Who would have thought one night was all it took? Right after the blood moon ended, Knox, the brutal ruler of the pack, came looking for me. Before he could even speak, my so-called best friend Faye grabbed my arm tightly. She shoved a foul-smelling pill into my hand. Maeve, you're a defective Omega. Are you really going to become some breeding machine for a bastard with no father? Hurry up and take this wolfsbane to cover your scent. Don't sell your dignity for power. Still shaken and terrified, I was just about to listen to her and swallow the poison when a wolf howl suddenly exploded inside my mind. The voice sounded young, almost childish, yet overflowing with arrogance.
Damn it! Not this nightmare start again! My idiot mother actually listened to her toxic little friend. She turned down the 10 crates of premium Moonstone crystals and the unlimited black card my father offered her. Then she drank the wolfsbane and killed me before I was even born. In the end, she got burned alive by Dad's precious white moonlight sweetheart.
Wait, the Wolf King was offering me 10 crates of Moonstone crystals and a black card with unlimited spending? You should have led with that. My hand froze in midair. Faye panicked when she saw me hesitate. What are you waiting for?
If the patrol wolves from the Council of Elders catch your scent, they'll burn you alive.
The moment she finished speaking, the little pup's voice rang out again.
Only my dumb mom would listen to this snake. She was hiding in the woods the whole time and saw everything clearly. She knows perfectly well I'm the Wolf King's child. She just wants me dead so she can replace my mom and take all those Moonstone crystals for herself.
The baby voice sounded adorable. The insults did not. I shoved the screaming Faye aside and hurriedly turned towards Knox, who stood at the doorway like a living storm, radiating terrifying cold. My king, what exactly was the solution you mentioned? Knox's gray-blue eyes swept over me with sharp scrutiny. Without expression, he snapped his fingers. His royal guards immediately carried in 10 gleaming chests filled with premium Moonstone crystals.
These are for stabilizing the pregnancy, as long as you deliver a healthy, pureblood heir. You'll receive half the authority over the pack house afterward.
Faye's face twitched red with jealousy. Her features warped with rage.
Maeve, throw him out! Don't let him humiliate you with money!
I stared at the royal black card, glowing with dark golden light, and swallowed hard. I was nothing but a defective nobody without a wolf spirit. I survived by scavenging discarded beast pelps near the borders. Getting humiliated with an unlimited black card honestly felt like a blessing from the moon goddess. Why would I refuse? I had no idea what kind of brain damage my past self suffered, but in this life, I obediently accepted the card. Then I gave Knox a perfect courtesy.
Please rest assured, Your Majesty. I'll keep everything absolutely confidential and safely deliver the child to the royal family.
The little pup inside my belly fell silent in shock.
Did Mom suddenly get smart? Dad's cursed by dark magic and about to lose his bloodline forever. A pureblood child is practically a miracle, and Grandma, the former Luna, has always dreamed of having a grandson. As long as Mom cooperates, rising to power through her son is only a matter of time.
Faye finally snapped out of it and pointed at me, hysterically.
Maeve! Have you no shame? You're seriously selling your body for money?
She lunged forward, trying to snatch the black card from me. I instantly darted behind Knock, like a frightened rabbit.
This is my mate bond. Of course I'm keeping the baby. Who wouldn't want their child to have a better life?
Faye clawed toward me like a madwoman. The royal guards dragged her away without mercy. Knox glanced at her with disgust.
You should stay away from strays who try to murder royal offspring.
Inside my belly, the little pup cheered excitedly.
amazing! Too bad Mom's brain is basically soup. Even ghoul beers would refuse to eat it.
All right, sweetheart, stop roasting your mother. I'll behave. I smiled obediently and nodded furiously. I'll move out tomorrow and cut ties with all those low-life thugs. I'll give the baby the best environment possible. A trace of satisfaction flashed through Knox's eyes. If the king doesn't mind, could I rent a place closer to the castle? It would make it easier for the royal healers to monitor the pregnancy. Knox frowned as he looked around my drafty little shack. Finally, his gaze landed on my stomach.
Pack your things and move into the East Watch Tower of my pack house. My mother wants to see you regularly.
After saying that, he leaned against the doorway like an immovable black mountain, patiently waiting while I packed. The overwhelming alpha presence radiating from him made my heart pound wildly. I rested a hand on my stomach and silently made a promise. In this life, Mommy won't just make sure you survive. I'll make you the most powerful wolf prince on this entire continent. That very afternoon, I carried my pathetic little pile of belongings into the luxurious Eastwich Tower. Knox left several elite alpha guards behind and gave cold, precise orders.
Have the High Heath examine her once every week. She'll receive the best care available.
Lying on a massive velvet-covered bed worth more money than I could imagine, I pinched my thigh hard. So this wasn't a dream, after all. I let out a satisfied sigh.
I thought Mom finally got smart, but she still has zero sense of planning ahead. If she turns it into some useless couch potato every day, once the Council of Elders starts looking down on her and Dad's high-ranking white wolf fiancé mocks her, let's see how much she cries then.
I shot upright in bed. My son was this ambitious. As his mother, there was no way I could hold him back. I immediately used the black card to enroll in the best Omega physical recovery program on the black market. I also hired a professional team of alchemists to guide my daily intake of Moonwell water. On top of strengthening my body, I moved every ancient wolf language text from the Royal Archive into my room. Sure, I used to be an ignorant nobody. I knew absolutely nothing about becoming a Luna, but I had an unlimited black card, and professionals existed for a reason. The little pup cooperated surprisingly well. Whenever I studied, he slept quietly. Whenever I trained, he fed pure blood energy back into my body. Within just a few weeks, my entire appearance transformed. My skin became luminous, my complexion healthy and radiant. Even my scent began to change, carrying the rare fragrance unique to ancient Omegas, cedarwood blended with roses. 2 weeks later, Knox stepped into Eastwatch Tower again. The moment he saw me, unmistakable surprise flashed through his gray-blue eyes, but he quickly suppressed it and frowned.
What happened between us was an accident. Your only responsibility is delivering the child safely. Don't start entertaining unnecessary fantasies.
The little pup snort.
What a liar. Mom's literally the firstest woman my dad's ever touched. The second he walked in and caught her scent, his breathing got uneven.
I curled my lips into a calm, distant smile. You misunderstand, Your Majesty. I have no appropriate ambitions. I simply don't want to embarrass the royal family. Knox studied me silently. The warning in his eyes faded, replaced with faint admiration. He was just about to say something when a bright, authoritative laugh came from outside the room. I just finished speaking with the healers. The former Luna entered with the support of a beta housekeeper. They said the baby's energy vibrations are exceptionally strong and the mother's condition is excellent. Dressed in luxurious robes, she carried herself with effortless dignity. The moment she approached, she slipped an incredibly valuable mythal bracelet onto my wrist. Our royal bloodline has suffered under the Dark Witch's curse for generations. Even Knox barely survived infancy. If you can naturally deliver a healthy, pure-blood heir for this family, we will never mistreat you.
My wonderful grandma. Dad misunderstood Mom in every possible way, but Grandma treated her well even in the previous life. Too bad my mom was an idiot. Just thinking about how she arrogantly threw the bracelet back in Grandma's face makes me want to scream.
Sweetheart, your mother may have been possessed in her previous life, but she was not stupid. Smiling gently, I lowered my eyes and held the former Luna's hand respectfully. Your Majesty, as a mother, even without these gifts, I would still protect my own child. Besides, the king has already given me such incredible care. I honestly feel ashamed accepting something this valuable.
The former Luna's smile instantly brightened. So the mother of my grandchild is such a graceful and intelligent young woman. Ignoring my refusal, she firmly secured the bracelet around my wrist.
My heart stirred. Gathering my courage, I leaned softly into her embrace. This child is blessed to have a grandmother like you. With you taking care of him in the future, even if I can't remain in the castle, I'll still feel at peace. As I spoke, I forced out 2 perfectly timed tears. Pain flashed over the former Luna's eyes immediately.
You will always be this child's mother. Our royal family would never keep you from seeing your own child.
Knox cleared his throat awkwardly, avoiding his mother's reproachful stare.
I only told you not to get unrealistic ideas. I never said I was throwing you out. From now on, you may enter the Forbidden Archive whenever you wish. No one will stop you.
He hesitated before reaching out. Finally, he gently patted my back, seeing how quickly I had charmed the most powerful woman in the kingdom and secured unrestricted access throughout the castle. The little pup scratched his head in confusion.
Why did my mom suddenly become so smart?
According to the little pup, in the previous life, my constant inferiority concept made me reject the Queen Mother's kindness again and again. I had even cursed the royal family as cold-blooded executioners. That was why the Queen Mother eventually grew tired of me and summoned Blair, Knox's high-ranking White Wolf fiancé, back from the Frostwilds. But this time, my entire strategy revolved around being the perfect source of peace and comfort for the Queen Mother. She became so happy spending her days discussing ancient texts with me that she had no time left to care about some so-called white moonlight. From then on, the Queen Mother personally accompanied the royal healers every week for my examinations. The little pup was incredibly cooperative too. Every time the healers used the crystal orbital to examine him, he would release powerful golden spirit force. Sometimes he even projected the outline of a tiny wolf inside the crystal bowl, wagging his tail at his grandmother. The healers practically dropped to their knees in amazement.
A miracle! This child was born to repay a blessing. Such high purity energy. The mother likely won't suffer during childbirth at all. He can already project spirit force from the womb. With intelligence like this, he'll undoubtedly become an unstoppable pack alpha in the future.
The Queen Mother was delighted beyond words. After every examination, she rewarded me with entire chests of jewelry and silk.
Thanks to the little pup's constant warnings, I learned that Faye planned to pin the blame for Knox's drug-induced frenzy on me out of jealous. So before anything could happen, I repeatedly reminded the Queen Mother while growing closer to her.
We need to find the rogue dark shaman who drugged the king as soon as possible. I'm worried they may try to harm him again.
Seeing how concerned I was for Knox only made the Queen Mother adore me even more. Under the royal family's lavish support, I gradually transformed into a true noblewoman. Sometimes I barely recognized myself in the mirror. Originally, my pregnancy was supposed to remain the kingdom's highest secret. But thanks to the Queen Mother's complete lack of subtlety, the entire werewolf underground network started buzzing with rumors that the violent Wolf King was finally getting a pureblood heir. Even the old gossip claiming Knox was cursed and doomed to lose his bloodline vanished overnight. Knox said nothing about it. He simply started visiting Eastwick Tower more often. One late night, he pushed open the door carrying the icy chill of winter with him. He found me standing in the small kitchen, carefully preparing a calming bone broth by hand. Leaning against the doorway, he stared at me silently, not speaking, not leaving. Quickly catching on, I poured him a steaming bowl. I added moon blossoms. The flavor's lighter. It should help quiet the violent voices in your head. Knox immediately took a sip. The permanent darkness lingering in his eyes visibly softened. Turns out the royal cooking classes that cost 100,000 spirit stones were absolutely worth it. After that, Knox visited even more frequently. Meanwhile, the little pup rolled happily around in the amniotic fluid, fantasizing about the future.
At this rate, as long as that high-ranking alpha white moonlight doesn't come charging back to Moonspurk City, Mom's definitely gonna win Dad over and become the next Luna.
Unfortunately, fate clearly enjoyed ruining my peace. The very next day, while I was strolling through the royal moon garden under guard protection, a woman in a snow fox cloak suddenly blocked my path. Terrifying pressure radiated from her entire body. Tilting her chin arrogantly, she looked down at me with emerald green eyes. So you're the little slut who seduced Knox by crawling into his bed? Before I could even fully see her face, the little pup practically exploded inside my mind.
We're doomed! Maximum alert! The white moonlight Blair is back! A high-ranking alpha rejected in love is the most dangerous creature alive! Mom's nowhere near her level.
Even though panic nearly swallowed me whole, I refused to let Blair play the noble lady. I immediately struck first. Clutching my swollen stomach tightly, I staggered backward in terror.
If you're angry, take it out on me. Please, pull back your pressure, don't hurt the king's heir.
The moment Blair sensed the deliberate vulnerability in my scent, her rage exploded. She stormed forward and slapped me viciously across the face. A stack of parchment letters smashed into me.
Bitch! Drop the act!